This is TWiT.
I'm overly excited. It was the only thing I've always been asking for every single year. I was sure I wasn't going to get it. And when it came out, I was like dancing. Yeah. I was shaking it up.
Because the Fitbit does it. Android Wear does it. Everything does it.
Yeah, I've been dying for it. I want the watch. I love my Apple Watch. I hate having to do this stupid flick thing, and I'm tapping and I'm getting angry. No, well, I am so done with that. I'm the most excited, not the phone. It's all watch all the time for me.
Also, you're a therapist.
It changed everything.
The last thing you want to do in a session is go 100%. Like, let's see. Oh, time's up.
It's so, this doesn't, there's no way. There is no way. I have two clocks in my room.
Right.
But
I've noticed this, by the way. Therapists, at least my therapist, cleverly station a clock behind your head. So that it looks like they're looking at you.
Oh, yeah.
While meanwhile, they're watching the clock.
Well, we have one for us to make sure we time set. It's to make sure we time the pace of the session properly. It's not just to throw you out. And I've one for my people so they can also time what they say, and it's not like 35 minutes has gone by and we haven't said anything. But you know what? Sometimes it's just nice to have it there. It's always on, and I don't have to flick, tick, do anything. It's a watch. Finally, Apple Watch is a watch.
Hallelujah.
I'm just really, really excited. That's it. Nothing else mattered.
Wait, I'm glad I brought this up.
I have to say that over the course of a few years of wearing the Apple Watch, like every day to work, to meetings, many of which can be very boring, you do get very good at the kind of nonchalant kind of stretch where you're sort of twisting your hand at the same time. Yeah, I'm totally listening to what you're saying. I'm just doing a little kind of a real wriggle just to find out what's going on. And it's really nice not to have to do that anymore.
I like that move, though. The way that you did that, Will, was pretty inventive.
He learned that from his youth when he had to put his arm around a girl in the theater. I'm going to just
check my Apple Watch.
Putting his arm around a girl and looking at the time, it's probably not a great sign for the date.
No, that's true. You put your arm around her, then look at your watch. She can't tell what you're doing.
Hopefully you don't care what the time is because it's so fabulous.
Yes.
That's when you want to escape.
Guys, let's get off my dating immediately.
It's all, we owe it all to the lower tier project office. No, LTPO stands for, actually, when I go to this Army site for LTPO, warning, potential security risk ahead. This is army.mil. And Google's saying, don't go there, whatever you do. Okay.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. It's low temperature polycrystalline oxide. That's what makes it possible. And the reason it works is because, I'm sorry, I wasn't talking to you, Google. It's because it's a variable refresh rate OLED screen, which means it can go from the full refresh rate of 60 hertz down all the way to one refresh per second. Nice. What a great idea, right? You don't need to refresh more often than that with a watch face, right? Every second.
No, I don't care.
Yeah, you won't get that smooth sweep second hand, but that's fine. Who cares?
Who's looking at the second hand? No one cares about the second. Are you? Okay,
every second I'm watching. No, there's something aesthetic about a sweep second hand. I just kind of like it.
Huh. I usually turn it off. I'm usually on analog. I don't want to have to think while I'm figuring out the time, and I'm dyslexic, so I do actually have to think. I know it's.
Wait a
sad,
minute, you want a pie
true.
face or you want a digital face?
I like a digital,
like the numbers.
I like to see the analog number. I want to see numbers so I don't have to think.
Yeah,
I want it quick, easy.
Well, because otherwise you have that thing of anytime someone asks you the time and you look at your watch and you're trying to it happens inevitably.
Yes.
Like you're trying to remember how to read a watch.
Big hand, what you don't want to do. I don't know what they do in the UK, but do they teach it this way? The big hand is on the 3, and the little hand is in between the 3 and the 4. Do they teach it that way in the UK?
They do, but when a stranger asks you for the first time, you're so
it's hard to figure out.
You forget the whole thing, right?
My kids,
so I always have the numbers.
My kids did not know how to tell time from a pie face. I think young people no longer even know what that looks like. It's all digital.
Like the seconds that it takes you to calculate. You want to get the time over with so you can go on with your day faster.
It's 3:52. But I'm going to make a case, because I'm an old man, for the pie face. It gives you a sense of progress, of where you stand in the hour and where you stand in the day. There is a sense of distance. Digital, you have to kind of, I don't know. This is a number.
So I'm gonna counteract to you with what is by far the best Apple Watch face, which is the time in numbers.
Yeah.
And your next calendar item underneath it.
Yeah,
and then you know
it's called
exactly
info.
What you're doing
next. That's the info face.
That's my favorite one as well.
Yeah.
I love. Will is 100% right. I'm sorry, Leo.
That's how you measure your day. Is your calendar.
Yeah.
Sandra too. Okay, there we go. All three of us.